Turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shade walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section. She call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Look on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I let and back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Look on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with shade.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Never Shay's tune, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Never Shay's tune, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's too. She back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's too. Press replay. Like you thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's too. Press replay. Like you thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome to Shades to Late Night Owls Talk Time. I thank you guys so much for being here. Let me go ahead and do that copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area, and part of it is scrolling across that screen. Guys, if you enjoyed this content tonight, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure to share and leave a comment, and also hype this video up. And if you want to show additional support for this channel, feel free to do a super sticker, super chat, cash app donation at $Shades2, or copy yourself a membership for $4.99 per month. Thank you guys so much, and we are getting ready to get started. Hope you guys had a beautiful Tuesday. Happy and blessed Wednesday to you guys. Today is March the 4th, 2026, y'all. Yeah. Anyway, tonight, y'all, we are going to be talking about Nancy Guthrie. They just got some updated information on her. And then I want to tell you about a new case. 34-year-old Rakem Elliot. He became missing last year. Okay, I'm going to tell you his story, and we're just going to try to figure out, just talk about it, because we're not going to be able to figure out what happened to him, but we'll talk about him for a few minutes, okay? So we'll get you a relaxing seat. If you are at home and it's early, you know, when you watch this, go get you something to drink, you know, get a place to sit down. If you are at work, continue to do your job, or watch or listen to me on the download. And now we are getting ready to start. Welcome to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watched this in the replay. Over here in the chat, we got Jermaine in the place to be. Thank you so much for being here, Jermaine. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me put my background music on real quick. I definitely need to change this music. Maybe I'll do this. Let's see. Which one is this? What is on here? I can't even hear anything. Oh, it's that. So, so we're gonna keep this in the background. I think I can keep it on like that. All right. So anyway, you guys, let me start off by telling you guys about Nancy Guthrie's updates. Okay. Let me put her name up here. What did I do with it? Okay, let me put another one up here because I thought I had a banner up here still. See how you spell her last name so I can make sure I spell it right. Okay. So, in regards to Nancy Guthrie, and I know y'all know what happened with her, okay, because it's been all over the news, okay, and everything. So, I don't think I'm going to go into the whole story regarding her because I'm sure you guys already know about it. I just want to give you guys the updates. Let me make sure this is the right one. Hold on, let me make sure. Hold on. This one right here is another story. I want to get the one where they said a man said that he saw her 5 days ago. Okay, that's the one I want to give to you guys. So anyway, let me take this gum out of my mouth. Turn up the music. I don't want it to mess me up. That's why, because I can hear some rapping. Let me turn it up just a little. How about right there? How about right there? Is that good? How about that, Jermaine? Is that good? Let me know. So anyway, you guys, an unnamed person claims to have seen Nancy Guthrie within the last week. This dude just made that shocking claim. Now, I don't know if he's telling the truth, but like I always say, anything is possible. Anyway, the 84-year-old mother of Savannah Guthrie was reported missing on February the 1st after failing to attend a friend's home worship service. Search and rescue teams were deployed immediately, while homicide detectives joined the effort following the sheriff's assessment of her Arizona home. Law enforcement launched a full-scale investigation and appealed to the public for assistance in locating her. They initially posted a $2,500 reward, which the FBI boosted to $100,000. And then, of course, her daughter increased it to $1 million. Now, all of this came as a chilling new theory emerged as to what happened to Nancy after an alleged sighting. Now, this development follows revelations from a former FBI agent about a concealed code word that Savannah embedded in her communication to the kidnappers. Wow. One person, however, chose to approach TMZ with their information instead of contacting federal authorities directly. They sent an email to the media outlet asserting that they possessed details about Nancy's kidnappers. And that's reported by the Express US. In return, they demanded 1 Bitcoin, claiming the funds were necessary to help them remain hidden. Okay. Is it still too low, Jermaine? TMZ published the demand, but no one responded to the proposal. The source contacted them again, providing additional details and voicing frustration that their claims were not taken seriously. So far, they have sent TMZ 4 separate emails and started suggesting that the investigation may extend into Mexico, which shares a border with Arizona. Yeah, I hold on for a minute. I cannot turn it up too high, okay, because it's going to mess me up. I can hear it very well right here. Okay. Okay, so this dude said, I know what I saw 5 days ago, south of the border, and I was told to shut up. So I know who he is, and that was definitely Nancy with them. That's what was stated in their latest message. Now, TMZ offered to act as an intermediary, ensuring any information reaches the FBI and that the source receives their reward if the anonymous tipster comes forward with intelligence. So anyway, this mysterious informant isn't alone in attempting to profit from the kidnapping. Ransom letters demanding $6 million in Bitcoin for Nancy's safe return were sent to both a local CBS station and to TMZ. Now, the Guthrie family asked for evidence that Nancy, who you guys know has ongoing health issues, the family wants to know if she is still alive. Now, despite this, they express willingness to meet the ransom demand. Now, the ransom notes contain specific details which are withheld from public knowledge. And they do this in order to confirm if these ransom notes are legit. In both of these ransom notes, or all of the ransom notes, they did have separate deadlines. So it is 2, okay, because they got 2 separate deadlines. Both deadlines passed without Nancy's release, and there appear to be no Bitcoin transfers to the designated account. Alongside what seemed to be genuine correspondence, authorities also intercepted, fake letters. At least one person posed as the kidnapper, sending counterfeit ransom demands. That person, police confirmed, was taken into custody and he faces charges related to the scheme. No Bitcoin payment was obtained through their deceptive attempt. Now, anyway, this development follows revelations from a man claiming knowledge of Nancy's kidnapper, who has disclosed the disturbing motivation behind the Bitcoin demand. Now, in another article, they had a criminal attorney reveal the 6 huge red flags in Nancy's case that does not add up. Now, we're going to go over that too real quick, but let's go back to this man who claimed that he saw Nancy 5 days ago. Definitely need that. Okay, so if he saw Nancy 5 days ago, why didn't he go immediately to the police to let them know? Or he could have went to TMZ or contacted them some kind of way immediately. Why wait now 5 days later, if he saw her 5 days ago, anything could have happened to her since then. Hold on, let me do this real quick, y'all. Anything could have happened to her. So do you believe that dude, Jermaine? Do you believe that he actually saw Nancy Guthrie 5 days ago? And if he did, like I said, if he did see her, why did he wait so long to say anything? That's crazy. Just like the person who claimed they saw a lady hanging out of the window, screaming. Why did this person wait? Well, no, that person didn't wait. That person did call the police, and the police never said anything to us until now. You know, when I wrote that story, that's kind of weird to me. Let me see what these people in this comment section are saying, and let me see what your comments are. It could be. You never know. So let's see. Darlene said, I think the FBI knows what happened to Nancy, by whom, and can't prove it. No one is seeing this moment, sadly. All we can wait is for the prosecutors to say it's a go. They need more. Well, I don't know if this person did see Nancy. For all we know, this person could be a part of the whole thing. Okay, we just never know. Or either this person is trying to, get some daggone Bitcoin. Okay, one of the two. Okay, but the thing is, why would he lie? Because they're going to, check all of this stuff out. They're not just going to hand you some damn Bitcoin and not require proof to make sure you're not lying and scamming and scheming. So why would this person say he saw Nancy 5 days ago and just be lying, knowing that they will investigate? That would be stupid on his part. If anything, if anything, you would think that he would personally contact Savannah and make that offer if he was just trying to get money. But honestly, you never know with these people. So let's see here. Somebody said the FBI is building their case against the perpetrators as we speak. I don't know about that. I don't know if I believe that. I really just don't know. Y'all and y'all conspiracy theories and stuff, I don't know if I believe that for sure. I really don't think they know where this woman is. I just think they don't know. Somebody said, has there been anything else said about the woman who called in seeing a woman in a blue, I think Malibu, screaming about the time it happened? That's the story we talked about the other day. And she did report that to the police. And I don't know if they came to check it out. I can't remember or what, but nothing came from that. Okay. They didn't even tell us anything about that until weeks later. We just found out about that. No, they didn't mention that. They always leave gaps and everything. Somebody said, I think it's all been faked to get their ratings up and shit like that. I bet she's with family chilling until the big reveal that she's returned safely to her home, and there will be books and stories and movies about the whole ordeal. Bet you some money. Well, honestly, we was thinking, well, not me, but Jermaine was thinking that what if this woman just left and staged all of this and just out living it up? I mean, honestly, I hope that it is something like this, but I don't know for sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't know for sure. I kind of doubt it. But in this world today, anything is possible. And I do mean anything. Let's see what else we got here. Excuse me, y'all. Okay, so the body in the river. That was not Nancy Guthrie. Okay, I don't know who that was. Somebody said if it wasn't her in the river, who was it then? Let's see what they say. Somebody said, I have heard through the rumor mill that Savannah interviewed someone who had ties to the Epstein BS, and they, whoever they are, went after her mother. Who knows? I don't know. People got all types of rumors. Somebody else said Savannah's husband, you know, because of the stuff that he deals with or whatever, they say it could be because of that. So you just never know. You never know what's going on here. But I guarantee you that all of this was planned ahead. They weren't trying to rob her. They came to kidnap, okay? And they carried out that mission. God, I can't even talk like they carried out the mission. Somebody said this is just fake news. I also heard and read it was fake and was confirmed fake. I guess about the man, that's what he's talking about, who claimed that he saw her 5 days ago. Let me see if I can find anything else on that. But before I do that, let me go over here and look at the the 5 red flags that do not add up. So let's see. So a lawyer claims that Nancy Guthrie's case shows a lot of inconsistencies. He says 6 things don't add up. So let's see what these 6 things are. It's definitely a bizarre case. It definitely is. So let's see. I hope they got them numbered. So they said the DNA evidence raises questions, okay? They said the initial issue she examined was the DNA material. Ring doorbell footage from Nancy's home captured a masked figure at her entrance wearing gloves. Police discovered gloves 2 miles away from the victim's house. And the person who's talking, let me see what this person's name is. Okay, so this is a lawyer, okay? His name is Lawyer Lee. Okay, so when I say Lee, y'all know who I'm talking about. So anyway, Lee explained there are a couple of reasons why. The first one is that those gloves may not be connected to the scene. They were found 2 miles away. The good news is it seems like there is even more DNA in the house. It doesn't match the gloves, but it would be incredibly important evidence. Now, they said DNA only proves useful when linked to a person. The attorney explained that law enforcement does not maintain a comprehensive database containing every individual in the nation or globally. Their database typically includes known criminals, primarily those with previous convictions. Lee noted that police might attempt to employ genetic genealogy as their next move, though that introduces another challenge. Ancestry.com has clarified that police cannot access DNA submissions made by users, as people might avoid the platform if they believe law enforcement could obtain their information. She continued, the real risk to law enforcement is it's not enough to figure out there's a DNA match. It would be catastrophic if they figured that out, and that critical, important evidence get ruled out. They have to do it in a way the judge is going to say, yes, I'm going to let you use this at trial. Lee also expressed bewilderment regarding the police handling of Nancy's son-in-law. I guess you pronounce his name, I don't know, Tommaso Cioni, who was the latest confirmed person to see the missing woman alive after driving her home. The attorney highlighted how a journalist named Ashley Bainfield revealed that a confidential source indicated law enforcement had suspicions about this son-in-law. You got that right. I agree. Police conducted an initial search of his house, followed by a neighborhood canvass before returning for a second, more extensive search. Now, the other search lasted several hours, during which officers photographed the premises and departed with a bag of evidence. Lee stated that already seemed really odd unless somehow Sione was a suspect. That's the son-in-law. The fact they are looking at the home where he lives means they must have thought there was some real reason to do this. Okay, so they came out with a bag. I wonder what was in that bag. Anyway, Lee said, did they think Nancy had been brought back there? Was there some reason to think Nancy had even gotten home that night, even though that appears to be what happened? There has been speculation around Sione, even about his appearance. He has a mustache, so does the man at the front door, although his Sione is a little bit more salt and pepper. They might be the same size. That's actually been some debate about that. I guess that means there's actually been some debate about that. Remember, AI write these articles, so it is what it is. Anyway, a week ago, the Pima County Sheriff's Department issued a statement eliminating family members, including spouses and siblings, from the suspect list. But you know what? Sometimes they do that so the daggone person they suspect will make a move and make a mistake. So just because they claim they eliminated everyone, it doesn't mean that's 100% true. That's what you think, you're just incompetent? Now, Lee believes the timeline makes no sense. Her analysis centered on the 40-minute window between Nancy's doorbell disconnection and when her pacemaker lost connection to her phone. Remember we were talking about that? Like, what was happening? Were they walking around the house or what? Or did they wake her up and was talking to her or something else, and then later, unplugged or disconnected the pacemaker from the phone? Anyway, Sione dropped Nancy off at 9:48 p.m. with her garage door closing 2 minutes afterward. Okay? Lee explained what comes after that is kind of like a feverish nightmare where terrifying moments come briefly into bright focus, then we go back into darkness and we never really get a full picture. See, the thing is that the garage door could go down, right? But who's to say that when it was up, that a door wasn't open? Well, that couldn't be possible, because when she went in that garage door, she probably locked the door behind her, okay? Because we was thinking about some different theories, but that couldn't be possible because, again, the garage, I forgot what time he dropped her off, and then I think it was like 9:45. So that's like 3 minutes. So the mom went into the house, right? And he claims he left. But we had a different theory. Like I said, I don't like to really place blame on people unless I know for sure over here on Shades too. But we had a different theory, and I'm just saying. So what if the garage door, what was that theory you came up with, Jermaine? Remember we were talking about this? We said, okay, he dropped the mother-in-law off at 9:45. I think it was 9:45. The garage. So she got out the car, walked into the garage, and all of that. I'm assuming that she locked the garage door and then let the garage door down. So just think if somebody was actually, but if somebody was actually already in that house, but somebody could, because they didn't say the person was tampering with the door. They said the person was tampering with the camera. So who's to say? You said he unlocked the side garage door. Okay, that's what you said. But also, who's to say that someone wasn't already in that house and just remained quiet? Or what if that side garage door was unlocked? You can do that within 3 minutes. And did she let the go? She had to let the garage door down. When she went in, she probably let the garage door down. But then again, they could have a garage door opener in their car as well, right? Like I have a garage door opener in my car too. Since she lives there by herself, who knows? They can have one. So we don't know who let the garage door down. Did the mother let the garage door down, or did the son-in-law let it down? And also, too, she got home at what time? 9:48, right? And they said the doorbell footage went dark at about 1:47 a.m. So were they outside waiting until she went to sleep, or again, was somebody already inside that house? And then when she went to sleep, they came to the front door and unlocked the door from the inside. That's why there was no forced entry. Okay? So, in order for someone to be already in that house, that means somebody had to let that person in. Okay? Because there was no forced entry. So, somebody either had a key, or either somebody let that person in when she came home. Right, some people don't. But since it was late at night, you would think she probably did lock that garage door. Okay? I don't know for sure. What y'all doing? What y'all doing? Look, y'all, let me see what these damn cats are. Look. What's going on here? What you doing? You tracking on things? You want to bed? You want to bed? You want to bed? Yeah. Getting scared of me and stuff. I don't want you, St. Laurent. I don't want to do nothing to you, honey. Okay. So they said the doorbell footage went dark, meaning at around 1:47, with movement registered at the property at 2:12 a.m. And then Nancy's pacemaker signal was lost 16 minutes later. So she was asleep probably around. Okay, so she got it in 9:40. She went to take a shower, all that stuff. So she probably went to bed at about 11 or 12. That person probably came out there. I believe that person was already there. I really do. I believe he was just watching. I do. And I also think it is a possibility that somebody was in that house. Because if there were no forced entry, either someone let this person in, or someone from the inside had let this person in. They claim Nancy was asleep, so there is no way she let them in unless they made a mistake. And she did get up and let them in because she knew who the person was. So that's the only reason why you would let somebody in if you know who they were. Right, that's what I'm saying. Now, a window could have been open, but I tell you what, yeah, a window could have been open. But I don't know about that. It depends on did she have monitors on the windows? But a window could have been open, and they haven't came out and said anything about that though. So, and they really haven't even told us how the person got in. So I definitely think they're not telling us everything for sure. So I'm thinking like at around 2:15 or something like that, 2:12. They had already, gotten her up out of the bed. I don't know what they were doing or anything of that nature. And then 16 minutes later, that's when they unplugged the pacemaker. So what were they doing in between the time? Making her put on clothing or, I don't know. I don't know. But they did say they found some blood on the front porch. So I don't know if they carried her out of that house or made her walk or whatever. So anyway, the lead question. So from the time it was disconnected, the intruder was they presumed that he was in the house for 40 minutes. That's a really long time. What was the person doing? That's the same thing I just said. What was that person doing there? What? Looking for something or, I just don't, I mean, that's weird. What was the person doing all that time? She said, if this was a kidnapping, this is really strange. How long would it take a man to subdue an 84-year-old woman in fragile health? The whole length of time is very odd, and I can't explain that. That's the same thing we were saying. I mean, if you are, listen, the reason why I said it seems like the person know her is because clearly the person knows she lived alone and nobody would be coming over because they was taking their time. If somebody does not know too much about you other than you staying there by yourself, they're going to come in and try to get out real quick. Okay? They're going to come in and try to get out real quick. But this person stayed in that house for 40 minutes. So for me, either the person worked there before or knows her, point blank. Because why are you around in that house for 40 minutes when the police could have came? Also, I believe the person knew that those cameras did not have a subscription. And who all would know this? Who all would know this? Because the reason why I say that is because when they was in the house, they weren't worried about the cameras. That's why they was in there for 40 minutes. And they didn't say anything about the other cameras being tampered with. Okay? So anyway, Lee did say, hold on. So she also talked about how the sheriff did not really say too much, okay? So she said she finds that Sheriff Chris Nana's decision not to disclose whether forced entry happened is bizarre, okay? Lee pointed out that the unwillingness to share basic details about how someone might have accessed Nancy's home suggests perhaps there's something out of the ordinary. Okay? She continued. Did Nancy leave the door unlocked that night? Hold on, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. Did the person have a key? Did someone tamper with the door in advance so that it would not lock? Okay, and like we just said, we said, did someone have a key? Was somebody already in that house? She didn't say that, but we are saying that. Did Nancy leave the door unlocked that night? Or did someone tamper with the door in advance so it would not lock? Lee said they may be holding back in case someone comes forward so they can verify whether they know how someone entered the home. But it's one of those things that doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, Lee also talked about the kidnapping theory. She cast doubt on the entire kidnapping theory, surrounding Nancy. She argued that if it's truly a kidnapping, it seems really inept. She explained, the kidnapper wants to control the victim until the very last minute. The victim's family wants to ensure they get the person back. They don't want them to be hurt. Usually, the kidnapper would contact the victim's family privately. Didn't I just say that other dude should have called up Savannah? And it's weird that he didn't. He went to TMZ in another news thing. And then they would probably say, come along, don't bring the police. But instead, they sent the demand to the media, demanding Bitcoin in this case. She said this would be absolutely maximum public attention. When you have that kind of public attention, how is it ever going to work making the transfer? Also, they have apparently not provided proof that Nancy Guthrie is alive. And if the kidnappers don't do that, why would Nancy's family ever pay? None of it really seems to fit with it being a kidnapping. If it is a kidnapping, it seems really inept. That was a good little write-up right there, and I actually agree with it because that's the same thing we have been saying up here. It's just very strange. Okay, it's very strange. I mean, they're not telling us how the person really got in. They just said it. There was no forced entry. So if there is no forced entry, well then how did they get in? Either Nancy wasn't asleep and she got on an open door, or someone else was in there, or someone left the doors open, or maybe someone left that side garage door open, or the person had a key. I'm still wondering what this person was looking for at the on the porch floor. Flowers and shit don't grow on the porch floor, and there was nothing there to pick up to put on the camera. So I'm trying to figure out what was he looking for there. This whole case is very strange. Oh my God. Oh, actually, must be in the water. Let me put this lighter heading tonight. So, you said, how do we even know that Nancy was really even there? That's another thing, too. You brought up that theory. What if Nancy never did come home? What if the person drove, home to her home, pretend like she was in the car, let the garage up, let it down, make it appear, open the door, go inside the house, cause movement, and then at a certain time, stop the movement. No camera footage because her subscription was not paid. So it just, basically take over after a certain amount of time. Just like I said before, this case is very bizarre, What about any tire tracks in the yard? Okay, because they called the police, once they realized that their mother was missing. No tire prints in the yard or anything, nothing. This is a strange case for real, for real. I don't know what happened, you know what I'm saying, to this lady. The thing is, no camera footage. There are a lot of theories going out here. You know what I'm saying? We have our own theories. I just hope by some miracle that this lady is still alive. They got her medicine for her, and or either it's some type of she's not really wasn't really kidnapped. I don't know, but hopefully we will find out soon enough. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this case in the comment section. Now we're going to move on. My prayers are still extended out to the Guthrie family and for Nancy, and hopefully she is still alive. As far as this dude, I hope he's not lying, the one who said that he saw her 5 days ago. Let me see before I stop talking about her. Hold on. Hold on for 1 second, you guys. So hold on. So let's see. Hold on. They got the man who's detained in Nancy Guthrie's investigation speaks out. So somebody was contained. His name is Luke Daly and his 77-year-old mother. They were served with search warrants. And Daly was handcuffed and detained by law enforcement for several hours for questioning. The 37-year-old told True Crime Arizona host Brianna Whitney he would happily tell the FBI anything if he had information on Guthrie's disappearance. Well, let's see. Excuse me, y'all. Let's see. So he was detained on February. This is old right here. So, I'm not going to read this again. I thought this just happened. This is way back in February. I don't know why they put this up there like it's new. He was detained February 13th. Okay. But as far as that other dude, I just hope he's telling the truth. Point blank. Because you just never know with these people. Okay, so they did say a man was arrested outside Nancy's house on DUI charges. That's weird. They said after they saw him driving past, maybe he just drove past the house though, being nosy or whatever the case is. He just happened to be drunk. They say he drove past the property 50 to 100 times. These people are weird. While looking at a photo of the missing 84-year-old on his phone. So why would he be driving around the house 50 to 100 times? So he was also in a blue vehicle. They said he made his way past the house. The house is worth $1 million on the evening of February 26th. That's not too long ago. Damn, 50 to 100 times. Just kept on stopping. Well, maybe he was just sad. I don't know. And then combined with drinking and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's probably why he did that. They say he has no connection to the Nancy's case. He probably, how some people do. He probably got drunk, came there with good intentions, but got drunk. He had the lady's picture in his phone and just probably was trying to pay respect, but, was drunk. And of course, he's going to probably do some weird stuff. But that's the trip. They do have a memorial set up outside of the house, so yeah. Yeah, that's tripped out. But anyway, my prayers are extended out, to the entire family and for Nancy as well. And, I hope she is still alive and okay. I really do. And hopefully they can find out exactly what happened to her as well. All right. So next we're going to talk about Elliot, Rakem Elliot. Okay. But before we do that, just hold on for 1 second, you guys. Let me put this up real quick and I'll be right back. Gotta take a quick little break real quick. Let me do this. Be right back. Okay. Let's look at it. Okay, I'm back, you guys. I had to go get my clothes out the dryer because I don't like them when they get wrinkled or anything. So now we're going to talk about the other person, He's been missing since a year, a little over a year. Let me put this banner up real quick, you guys. Hold on. It may be up from earlier, so let's see. Oh no, it's not on here. Let me change it. Okay. Let's put his up here. Rakem Elliot. Okay. 30, I believe he's 34 years of age. Okay. Let me give y'all his story because I tell you something. I have never heard of this story until earlier today when I decided to cover it on my news and my news reaction, which you guys need to take a look up. A look at, just so y'all can hear about this story. Let me go ahead and get it right here. Let's see. Raleigh, North Carolina. So let's see what happened to him. So first and foremost, you guys, Rakem Elliot, 34, has been missing since January the 12th, 2025. So what happened is that he left his brother's car after they got into a little argument, okay? His dad say this was not uncommon, okay, for them to get into an argument. They said when he got out of his brother's car, he did not have his cell phone or wallet on him at the time he vanished. Now let me stop right there. I find that to be very odd, okay? Because, most people, even when they get out the car, they take their damn phones in their wallets, His dad said, we have not heard anything since that night. The dad of the missing North Carolina man is praying for his son's return more than a year after he disappeared. So let's see here. So they did catch him on camera, I guess, and they said that he was last seen walking eastbound in the westbound lanes of I-40. His brother, Arsenio Elliot, was the last person to see his brother, okay? Now, his brother said they began arguing while returning from their aunt's house after the missing man continued to play music too loud for his brother's liking. Okay, and that's according to a newspaper article. And like I said, their dad, DeWright, said arguments between the pair were common. And that after Rakem got out of the car on an exit ramp near the I-40 overpass, Arsenio took off. Now, before driving off, Rakem hit his brother's windshield and cracked it. After arriving home and telling his parents about what happened, the White arrived at the scene about 10 minutes later, but his son was not there. And again, they said a camera caught Rakem walking along I-40 on the same day he was last seen, according to the outlets. So the thing is, what do you guys think happened to him? Now, a lot of people were saying that the brother could have done something to him, but I don't know, because they saw the brother, they saw Rakem walking. Hold on, let me see, where did they see him walking? And let me see, where did I see that at? Hold on, y'all. I don't know what time they saw him walking, okay? Because the thing is, a lot of people are saying this. Okay, So yeah, he could be captured on camera walking, but once he got from that area where the camera was, who's to say that his brother did not do something to him off the camera? You know what I'm saying? Where the camera couldn't see him at. Okay, but then I said, okay, so if his brother did that, then what did his brother do with the body then? Did he bury it? But I'm pretty sure when they were looking for this young man, that they were searching for that with cadaver dogs. So I don't know if that's something that I would go with. Because again, if his brother did this, like a lot of people are saying, where is the body? What could the brother have done with that body that quick and then go back home? And then the dad came out to look for the son and didn't see anything. So honestly, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking when his brother drove off, Rakeem continued to walk. Some weirdo saw him and forced him into the car and took off with him. Period. That's what I'm thinking. Because again, if the brother would have unalived him, you would find a body. Okay. And it's been a whole year and no clue of this guy. So that indicates to me that somebody must have kidnapped him. Okay. Just took him right off the road and left with him and did whatever. I don't know what they did because there's no trace, no nothing. And then he did not. The only puzzling thing is the fact that he got out the car without that cell phone. But you just never know. Sometimes when people be really mad, okay, you'll forget stuff. You just get out the car not thinking. He might have thought his brother was going to come back and pick him up, or maybe he was close to the house. I don't know. But sometimes people do leave, their cell phones because they be so mad. And he could have done just that. Okay, he could have just forgot about his cell phone. How long we been on here? Okay, it's almost an hour, so we don't got that long. I know one thing. This is another strange case. But I honestly believe, like I just said, that somebody rode past, some weirdo rode past, saw an easy target, grabbed him. They could have sent him off for organ harvesting, or you just never know. Right. They used to always basically fight. Also, again, if his brother did that, well, then what did he do with the body that quick? And when he got back home, I think his dad would have seen that he was acting suspicious. And plus, his brother, hold on, y'all. If he was tussling with his brother, trying to unalive his brother, do y'all not think his brother would try to fight him back? So then, therefore, he would have some kind of scars on him, right? So did it not say there was visible scars on the brother in the car? Okay. So again, that theory, it could be, something, but at the same time, I don't know because there is nothing there to indicate that his brother unalived him. The body is gone, okay, if there is a body, okay. No type of scratch marks or marks on the brother wasn't acting suspicious or anything. It didn't even make, when he came home, he did not give his father any type of indication that he was, in a physical fight. It was just a verbal altercation. At least that's what I think. I mean, it could be anything could have happened. You know what I'm saying? And I mean anything. Now, but even if the animal grabbed him, right? And I don't know what type of animals they got there, it would still be some evidence left behind. So that's out of the question. I think somebody was in the car. I just really do. I think somebody was in the car. They pulled up, saw him walking, maybe even asked him, you need a ride? He said, yeah, got in the car, and then they took it. That's what I think. That's exactly what I think. Let's see here. Let me see if I can see. Most of these comments are saying look at the brother, but when you think about this, it just does not add up. And they said that they have, somebody said without the video of him walking along the highway, the brother would be the man, the main suspect. But the thing is, they have footage, footage, footage. And like I said, unless the brother waited for a minute and then, did whatever to his brother. But again, if he did all of that, then where is the body? Why didn't the brother have any marks on him or anything else? So I don't know about that. Sure, I'm not sure though, because anything is possible. So let me see what else I can find real quick. Somebody said he probably isn't missing. Hold on, let me see what they said. What time is it? Don't forget to hurry up. Somebody say he probably isn't missing, just don't want to deal with his family anymore. But the thing is, well, maybe he could have just left, but still, no money, no nothing. How? That doesn't even make any sense. Leaving your cell phone. Who planned this? Without his cell phone or money or anything? Let's see here. Let's see if they got any more updates. So he disappeared around 9 p.m. on Sunday. Okay. I still think somebody probably came by and made him get it. They probably asked him, you need a ride? And he probably said, yeah. And then there you go. They drove off. So officers did search the area the following morning, but did not locate Elliot. So they did say police and family members are asking anyone with information on Elliot's whereabouts to contact the Raleigh Police Department at 919-996-3855. Again, that's 919-996-3855. So that's all the information I got on this guy. His picture is on my thumbnail as well. Okay. So yeah, I don't know anything else about him, about this case. It's another weird case though, to tell you straight up, and hopefully that brother did not do anything to him. You never know. My prayers are extended out to Rakem Elliot's family, to him as well, and hopefully, they do find out what happened to him, find him alive, so his dad can, have closure, point blank. And if I get any more updates on this dude, I will let you guys know. All right. Anyway, y'all, that's it for this show tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow night with another Night Owl Live. I didn't even get any breaking news. So much stuff happening and stuff, but I don't have any breaking news because I got these two cases I wanted to go with you guys. Okay. So anyway, don't forget to thumbs up this video, you guys. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share it, leave a comment, and hype this video up. And if you want to show additional support for the channel, feel free to do a super sticker, super chat, cash app donation, the $ shades to, or copy yourself a membership for $4.99 per month. Alrighty, y'all make sure y'all check out my other videos, my shopping hauls, my YouTube shorts, my country way reaction lives, and my news flash. All right, that comes on in the afternoons on Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. All right, Dollar Tree hauls are on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Country Lane skits 2 times a day, every single day, and Night Owl Monday through Friday, late night. All right. So thank you guys so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow with another Night Owl Live. Thank you guys. Thanks to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watched this in the replay over in the chat. Thanks to Jermaine for sticking it out with me. I appreciate you. And thank you guys. All right. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Let me change this stuff real quick. Let me change these banners real quick, you guys. Okay, let's pick this back up there. All right. Thank you. Hey, Tony Bears, we are about to get out of here. Thank you for stopping by. All right. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Peace out now. I'm going to put this back up here. All right, you guys, let me go ahead and do this. Good night, y'all. Sweet dreams, okay? And I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I lacked game, back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, is somebody hurt? Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
Good night, y'all. Sweet dreams. See you guys later on.